And good Monday morning. How are you today? We're starting this morning out cold, 33 right now. We'll get into the map, just see how cold it is north of here as we look at all points. And I'm sure that there are some below freezing temperatures as we begin today. But nippy outside and a lot of fog as well. So keep that into your schedule in between now and 9 a.m. that there's going to be fog for wherever you're traveling. Make absolutely sure that you leave it a little bit early. Yesterday was a day of wrecks for our community. Within 100 miles of here, there was wreck after wreck after wreck. So let's make absolutely sure we don't have any more of those today. Slick roads just cause accidents, and they were everywhere. Let's see, we had some gunshots reported last night near Bonita. No one hurt, no one hit, but reports of gunfire in the air. As we go down the list, and I don't know if you saw the report that I put about the car chase that happened last night. All that went down, and that happened right there at I-20, where the man decided he was going to jump the median and go back to frontage road. Well, it didn't work out so well for him. He had to run on foot, and the police caught him on a foot chase there near IHOP, and he was cuffed and stuffed and hauled away. We'll get into more of that this morning at 8 o'clock. I tell you, some nights, things that go on in our community. We had a house fire also in the community as well yesterday afternoon on Allen Road. That's Highway 19. It would be if you're going toward Collinsville on the left side of the road, a little loop called Allen Road. And a home was totally lost. I'm unsure if it was occupied or not. I've gotten conflicting stories on that. It may not have been occupied, but nonetheless, it is burned. And I heard that someone had started a fireplace in the fireplace and it caught on fire. So maybe so. But as we look at things around the state that happened yesterday, Columbus, Mississippi, this happened around midnight. Let's see here. Let me pull this up, make sure I get that right. Alabama man was at a bar not far from where the Columbus post office is in Columbus, Mississippi, right around after midnight. And somebody pulled up beside him and shot his car 10 times. He's in the hospital. It looks like he's going to be okay. The condition is not known, but at the time they'd done the story, he was alive and kicking and doing well. But nonetheless, car shot 10 times. They have no suspects. Columbus, Mississippi. We ought not even be talking about these stories in the state of Mississippi, but they happen just the same. Crime is everywhere these days. But that did happen there. Also, let's see here. We haven't gotten the numbers from the Mississippi Highway Patrol. That'll end later this morning. They'll have those numbers out of the arrests and DUIs and wrecks and deaths that happened on Mississippi highways. We do know of 3 deaths that happened in Oxford, Mississippi over the weekend on Thanksgiving. We had someone traveling the wrong way on a 4-lane in the opposite direction. A head-on wreck happened, and 3 people died in that. You hate these stories. That's just sad when something like that happens. They also had a scare in Jackson at a gas station, a grenade. Yeah, they got all that cleared up. I don't think it was anything to it in the end, but it was a threat of a grenade at a gas station. The things that go on behind the scenes around us. Good morning to you. Let's see here. Terry Ray says 30 this morning in Philadelphia. Wow, that's chilly there. Let me turn on here so we can get some temperatures and go over some places here as we go around here. All right, let me turn this down where you can see this as well. Let's pull up radar. And here we go as we pull this up. As we said, Key Field checking in at 33. NAS Meridian is right at the freezing mark, 32. As we go to Mississippi State, it's a cool 30, below freezing at Mississippi State. As we go west to Jackson, 33. Over to Vicksburg, looks like we're sitting at 35 degrees on the west side of the state. As we go northward, we probably should see some colder temperatures there. As we get up to the Mississippi Delta there, 30, right along in there, and we get up Tupelo sitting at 33, 29 at Memphis. That's actually 30. I couldn't read that. As we go southward, let's go down to Hattiesburg, 37, and the further you go closer to the coast, the warmer it is, 44 in Gulfport this morning. So we got some chilly weather out there. And again, as you look at this radar, all of this gray area right here is going to be a dense fog advisory along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Starting here, goes all the way through Baton Rouge, and this will carry us all the way down through Corpus Christi, Houston, all the way to Mexico, all right there on the Gulf. Heavy fog this morning, so be careful there. As we go to radar here, closer to home out here to our west, we show that we've got around Alexandria some thick fog. And then we go up here to the Mississippi Delta, right there. That's thick. Helena, West Arkansas, right there. And this is going to be at Clarksdale, Mississippi, Sabino, Mississippi. Heavy fog if you're in the Delta this morning watching. Also some thick fog in those areas. So that's how radar is kind of shaping up this morning as you look at this. Let me turn this off and we'll look at the entire United States as you back out of what's going on. Some showers up around New York as we go across the top of the United States. Not much, and a lot of fog out in Idaho in those areas. And, well, rain in Portland. Not the place to go on vacation today, is it? Portland, Oregon. That's a quick look, as I said, around the nation of what we've got going on this morning. Some headlines we're working on the morning show. I hope you'll come back and join us live at 8 a.m. as we'll go deeper and find all the stories that are going on in and around our area. So make sure to join us for that. All right, let's get into the forecast now and do a breakdown of what we've got.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we look at our record highs and record lows, 1949, it was a high of 81 on this date. 1976, 22, a very cool day there, as we had just elected Jimmy Carter back then, wasn't it? As we look at today's forecast, 62 is what we'll get out of Meridian. As we go northward, Columbus, 60. Mississippi State should reach 61. As we look at 62 for the good folks there through Philadelphia and on up to Winston County. As we go west across here, 66 at Vicksburg. Jackson of the state capital will get a warm 64. And as we go south, Hattiesburg, Brookhaven, down through Natchez, all of that, southern Mississippi, 64 today. Not bad weather at all. As we go east into Alabama, Tuscaloosa, only a high of 57 today. We'll cut over to Auburn, 57. They're still upset over there. As we go south to Demopolis, 58. Livingston, Alabama, looks like you'll be right at that 60-degree mark there in Livingston as it joins Mississippi there. So not bad weather in either Mississippi or Alabama this morning. So good sunshiny but cool weather is what we'll have. As we look at our highs and temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days, you're going to see our temperatures start to rise now back into the 70s for the next week. As we look at this now reaching over to Georgia and the Carolinas. The Northeast still up in New England area, still cool, but as we see this warmer wave coming from us from California across Texas, making its way into Louisiana now, and right on the verge of Mississippi, as we'll see that 62 today, it'll even be warmer tomorrow. Let's go ahead and do the breakdown of that so you'll know how to plan your week. And this is what we've got showing for us this week, temperature-wise. We go into today, 62. Tonight, we'll get down to 37. But look at that temperature tomorrow, 70 degrees. I almost thought there for a while we were done with that type of weather, but it's perfect to get out and wash your car, anything that you want to do outside. Perfect weather to work in. 70, we'll hit that again on Wednesday, and even warmer as the week makes its way toward Friday. So an entire week of sunshine and above 70-degree weather. By Friday, we'll even be at 73. We have slight chances of rain moving into the forecast over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we'll get a 20% chance. But Saturday, still 68, a little cooler come Sunday with a high of 63. So a perfect week of weather as we head toward Wednesday. Right here is when it'll be December the 1st, 70 degrees in Mississippi and Alabama. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into that second week of December and see what it has to offer this morning. We've got, let's see here, on the 6th, 63, and as we go all the way through the 13th, we're still mid-60s. Highs of 65, 66 in that neighborhood. Nighttime lows will not get below 40 any of that time through the 13th. So we have not reached winter just yet, have we? And a lot of folks say, ye doggy, that we can wait on the cold, cold weather. It will most likely come in forms of January when it gets extremely cold. We always have this temperature where it's off and on like this all the way through Christmas to where we'll, at any given day it could be 70 degrees. But again, if you wanted a perfect Smoky Mountain type temperature week, you got it here in Mississippi and Alabama. 70-degree weather, nighttime lows, just right at the 39 mark. So nothing to complain about whatsoever. Let's talk about deer hunting today. Let's pull this up and let you know what your best times to hunt today is. As we look at this, your first major time will be this midday hunt. From about 9 o'clock this morning right up to lunchtime will be the perfect time to hit the woods. If you're going to be out and about, you have the day off. Our second major time will be after dark. It won't do you much good there. But the winds, if you're going to be in the woods today, will be northeast, wind around 5, becoming calm in the afternoon. So an afternoon hunt almost gets better for the wind. Now, don't forget, we'll have Jay's Taxidermy joining us later this morning as we'll award our very first week of anybody that had their entered their deer in the contest. Doesn't matter how big it was, how small it was. We're going to put all the names in a hat and pull out a free mount this morning. So if you hadn't heard about that, and the biggest deer this year at Jay's Taxidermy will win $5,000 cash. Check it out. That's the Battle of the Bucks hunting contest. Fun. Wouldn't you like to win that? Of course, free mount being given away this morning. So join us a little bit after 8 o'clock, and we'll do that. We'll find out who won the first place prize for last week. Who brought in the biggest deer last week? They'll get a free mount also and some prizes. We'll talk about all of that right after 8 o'clock. So join us. Let's see. We got some good mornings to say today of folks that are up and getting at it. LaWanda Grantham, how are you? Glad to see you there. Linda Accord, chilly. She wants everybody to have a good morning. Donna Eldridge, I said that wrong. Sorry about that, Donna. Good morning to you. Kathy Spence, good morning. Joyce Gressett, along with Galen Bradshaw. Donna Roseman is up also. Sylvia Stewart. Lamar Hembry, good morning there. A little sunshine mark there, and it is going to be. Terry Ray joining us there from Philadelphia. Janice Bounds, also Joy Robinson. Good to see you today. Stephen Wanda McKinnon up and stirring as well. Janice Birdtail, how are you? Janie, I said that wrong. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to get glasses. I've already made an appointment. I can't see things like I used to. It's just time. Good morning also to Robin Morris, Reggie McKee, and Miss Gail Gafford. How are you today? Deborah McKee, good morning to you. Gloria Mee, good to see you this morning as well. Tiffany Spence, good morning. Laura Lee, good morning, y'all, from Crescent Lake. Hope everything's well there at the lake. Bridget Packer is up. Good morning to you. And Flora Overstreet, good morning to you. Now, we've also added a couple of ways that you can watch us as well. We've added Twitter. We're going live on Twitter. You can watch from there. And also from our website, also, Sam Media Network. If you'd like to watch from the webpage, you can do that as well. We'll talk about that more. But thank each and every one of y'all for joining us. We'll be back here in just a little over an hour as Candace gets ready to come in, and we'll get this day rolling and talk about everything that has affected us in the area. So make sure to come join us. Come back. It all goes live at 8 a.m. this morning. And as always, if you've got something you've seen, a picture, something going on in the community, let us know. Inbox us so we can share that with others. Oh, Peggy Seymour joining us from Sugarlock. Also, Brian Troy joining us from Pigeon Forge. It's got to be great weather to be up in the mountains this time. I've seen several pictures over the last week over Thanksgiving of people that were there. And boy, it sure looked nice up there. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Bridget Packer, good morning. Flora Overstreet in with us also. So lots to do today. It's going to be a wonderful day as we wait for sunshine in 62. Our coolest day of the week is today. Be ready for some, after it gets warmed up, some short sleeves later in the week. All that's coming. Thank y'all for joining. I'll see you very soon here at Scotty Ray's Weather. Y'all join us with Candace here in just a little while.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by